A job that I would hate. Well, most jobs.
What do you do for a job? Poo lorry driver. Oh.
There's probably 500 pounds of it.
No way.
I need something exciting.
I wouldn't be able to do that. That is so gross.
It's hell.
I'd hate to have a job where you just sit down at a desk, like in an office, the whole day for long hours, because I like to socialise with people.
Teacher, I'm sorry, I couldn't be taking all these kids every day, all day. No. Would not like to work at McDonald's either. No offense to anyone who works at McDonald's, like I just couldn't take it. Everyone, you're yelling 165 and nobody's coming, even though the person with 165 is standing right in front of you, and you go and put the food back. Then they complain that their number wasn't called. Yes, it was, you just wasn't listening.
I would hate to be a bin woman. I couldn't think of anything worse than going around and collecting bins.
I hate to be an accountant. Straight up. Like, I can't stand jobs where you kind of sit and do nothing all day, and number work would just stress me out. Anything kind of desk office based.
Anything to do with like engineering, or like just sitting in 9 to 5 work all day, like being absolutely bored, or somewhere that works with fried food, because it stinks my hair up so bad.
It's a bit morbid, but I think about it all the time, and like as a vegetarian, I think my worst nightmare would be working in a slaughterhouse. I always think about it because you never meet anyone who works in a slaughterhouse. You never know where they are.
They are ghosts.
It must be an awful place to work, and I just think that would be, I couldn't do it. It'd be the worst job I could ever imagine.
Teacher. Cannot deal with kids. I don't like children in general. I just honestly couldn't deal with the small amount of salary. Yeah, I couldn't really, for that much pain to go through dealing with that many kids.
I wouldn't hate to be a lawyer, but I wouldn't want to be a lawyer. I don't think I'd really want to be a cleaner. I hate dusting. Honestly, ask my work. I hate dusting.
I would hate to be a doctor because I just hate blood. Also, I'd hate to be a truck driver because I hate being in cars for too long. Traffic warden, because what if someone hits you with the car? It's just be zoom, and then you're gone. Oh, I would not want to be a recycling person. They stink so bad, the recycling trucks. Even if they go past your house, you're like, please stop.
Being a doctor is a good thing, but just telling somebody that, okay, you've lost a parent, you've lost a child, and I hate blood. I can't stand it. I don't know, just the stress level would be a lot for me. And I hate being a bearer of bad news.
You said he was all right.
Yes, he's lost his left hand, so he's going to be all right.
You son of a...
I would actually hate to be a teacher, especially in the lower school, primary school, because when they do something bad, they cry. When they do something good, other kids cry, and they all just scream. It's hell.
Anything in an office, I can't be confined like that. I did work experience at HM Revenue and Customs, and I was at the desk all week. I never wanted to do anything less. It wasn't me. I need something exciting.
A job that I would hate to do would probably be to be a rubbish man, or I find it really boring working in a shop, just because my mum's quite bubbly and I don't really like to be doing one task. I quite like to be up and about and just trying lots of new things.
I would hate to be someone with a really intense job. For example, I would hate to be an air traffic controller because I would be so scared of me being in charge of people's lives. So I wouldn't like to be a doctor. Any job really where people are relying on you with something that could potentially harm their lives. I would not want to be a dentist. Looking in people's mouths all day.
Probably a massage therapist, because I just would hate touching people's feet and stuff, and it would just really gross me out.
I currently work in retail. I have a part-time job alongside sixth form, and I just find it really dull. It's very repetitive, and I don't really like people-focused jobs as much as, say, office work or independent jobs.
I would hate to be a secondary school teacher because I've seen the way some people at my school treat the teachers, and I mean, if I was a teacher, I would absolutely hate to be treated like that.
I would hate to do any job that requires me to run around. And I'm sure everyone says this, unless you want to be an athlete. But yeah, I don't want to do any job that means I have to like sprint around or just move a lot, for lack of a better word. I'm a bit lazy, you could say. So that includes stuff like personal trainer, maybe like a nursery teacher, that maybe you would need to go around and, you know, catch up with kids a lot. I don't want to become an accountant or anything to do too mathematical, because that's not my forte, and I'm not gonna, you know, fit myself into a role I don't like. I don't want to work in a job where I don't have to communicate with people. I know it sounds weird, but some office jobs you literally just sit there and do the work you get given. I don't want that. I want a job where I can speak to people. I would hate to be a cleaner. I hate cleaning up after other people. I'll clean up after myself, but I hate cleaning up after other people. So I'd hate cleaning up after other people's mess.
Someone did once recently tell me they worked for like a gambling company, and they worked on sort of like maintaining the website and dealing with customer complaints. They said they'd get like calls from people who are like literally bankrupting themselves, and they like have to try and make them spend more money, which is pretty sad, and kind of, I'd hate to do that. That would be horrid. But also any kind of office job I would hate. I've got to be doing stuff, new stimulus every day.
PE teacher, literally, I don't know what it is, but I just can't stand PE or PE teachers. They just annoy me. Like, I think it's just the fact that, like, especially in my school, like, the PE teachers are quite lazy sometimes. Like, honestly, you're out there and you're just teaching people how to play games, and like, you're just watching them like fail at it. Like, it must get a bit boring, and PE teachers should be like really active and stuff, but like the ones at my school are like, yeah, the complete opposite.